Hello and a very good evening to you all as we go into the third video of Burnley Career Mode Mark 2. And a look at the league table there, as you can see. Let's just have a closer look. Everton topping the way there, Martinez's side topping the table with 10 points. City in second, ourselves in third with 8 points, level with points for United. But we have a better superior goal difference by 4 goals over United. And Spurs completed the top 5. And with the likes of Chelsea and Arsenal there, just down there at the moment. And surprising there to see Swansea down there at the moment, and Southampton. 2 good sides there at the moment. West Brom starting the season pretty well as well. So we go into the next game against Sunderland, who are bottom of the table. They've got no points to their credit, and this is the first game of 4 for this second part of September. Starting with the league match with Sunderland, then continuing with the League Cup as we go in the quest in search of winning that competition. Road to Wembley continues against West Ham, and then with another tough game on our travels in the Midlands against West Brom down at the Hawthorns, and then we end with a European match against Lyon. Now I should explain the reason why we're playing the likes of Ajax and Lyon in this career mode. Simply, you have an option at the start of the career mode, regardless of who you are, what type of Premier League team you are, whether you depending on how much budget you have. Because if you're if you're a lower end team like Burnley traditionally, and you haven't got a superior budget like some of the other teams, you take part in the group stage of the Champions League, regardless whether you actually get through it or not. You are guaranteed £10 million, which is like gold dust to teams like Burnley, obviously, and it would enable to strengthen the squad and get some couple of bodies that would give the squad that little bit more strength and depth, because Burnley, as most of you probably know, even in real life, obviously don't have the squad depth at the moment to cope with anything at the moment. Certainly not in Premier League football terms, although in real life we've just been relegated. But these Champions League games are important, and we've made a good start to this second Mark II career mode, and now we're going to continue it with a game against Sunderland. So we're going to go over to Burnley, to Turf Moor, and it's going to be Burnley versus Sunderland in our first of 4 games in this particular video, which could last a long time. What I'm also going to do in the information section below, I'm going to put the times of the game. So if you want to click on an individual game, but on any particular video you want to do that and watch an individual game on any of the videos, because I do put 3 or 4 on each video, I will put the time in when the game starts and whatnot on next to each fixture, and then you can watch it at your own leisure. Okay. Anyway, we'll see. Anyway, that's the boring bit out of the way. Now it's time for the action and a clash against Dick Affercart's Sunderland side. See you in a bit. First of all, it's Burnley against Sunderland. All of these games this season being brought exclusively by my commentary. As you see there, that's the league table. Burnley in third, Sunderland at bottom, as I explained to you at the start of the video. But here we are, packed Turf Moor. Beautiful weather in East Lancashire today, as we kick off the second video of September, with one change to the Burnley lineup from the victory against from the draw against Ajax in midweek, and that is the return of Danny Ings. So Ings and Kane are going to get their first taste of a partnership between each other. Other than that, it's the same lineup. Craig Dawson partners Xhaka at the back, Glenn Whelan partners David Jones in the central midfield, with Serge Gnabry on one side and Michael Carthy on the other. Sam Vokes, by the way, drops to the bench. And let's have a look at the Sunderland side. Costello Pantelimon is the big 6'7" goalkeeper. Van Hooydonk is a good player. Catamol was a trifle aggressive in the midfield. Johnson and Modwell, 2 quality players, and Ricky Alvarez will play up front. Man in charge is Mike Dean from the Wirral. Burnley with 2 wins and 2 draws from their 4 league games so far this season. We'll be looking to try and get some more valuable points on the board to try and see what they could possibly do here this season. The extra 10 million, as I explained, will come in handy for Burnley. Because when you're in 4 competitions, you need the squad depth available. As I say there, Mike Dean, the man in charge. Sunderland will kick us off. They're going to attack the Jimmy McIlroy stand away to the left-hand side. Turnmore based in bright sunshine. Tropical weather on the East Lancashire hills. And away we go. Sunderland in the striped shirts, Burnley of course in the claret and blue. The first glimpse of an Ings potential top partnership of Danny Ings and Harry Kane, 2 bright prospects who might just stay at this club long term. When Whelan getting back there, Sunderland tried to build an attack going. Here's David Jones. On now to Kane. Whelan. Trippier. Serge Gnabry. Kane again. Trippier ambles forward. Down the right hand side. Ings waits in the middle. We'll chip in there towards Ings, but it's nodded away by first O'Shea and then Brown. He runs into Gnabry. And Heinelt gets it forward. Catamol. Chelsea, by the way, leading in one of the other games. Ramirez the goal scorer. Catamol still ambles forward. Flagger stay down here. Johnson. Couple of striped shirts waiting in the middle, but Johnson has decided to amble forward on his own. Ball out towards the far side, near side. Van Hoonuyk can dig out a cross and a good header. In fact, the header was won there at the back post. And in the end, it went over the top, and it's a goal kick. Tom Heaton to take. 17 minutes gone. What's been an uneventful first half so far. Burnley starting to obviously regroup after their started their European adventure in the last match. Here's Kane. Harry Kane! Stopped by Pantelimon. And away by Wes Brown. And then Jones fouls the Sunderland player, but referee allowing the advantage to go for Sunderland. Jones then snaps back, makes a good challenge. Here's Kane again. On to Gnabry. Good powerful run. Ings and Kane waiting in the middle. That's towards Kane. Good save by Pantelimon. To be fair to him, it was an easy one for the 6'7" goalkeeper to get down and catch with real gusto and confidence. Here comes Sunderland now. Good open game of football for a 0-0. That's a foul. And a yellow card. Jack Woodwell is the guilty party there. It's a bit of a late one if I'm being totally honest. There's a marvellous atmosphere inside this ground. 4,000 Black Cat supporters who have made the journey from the Weir side this afternoon, the northeast of England. Harry Kane tries to get in behind the defence, but he can't succeed in doing so. He's in there very swiftly, but then also was Wes Brown. Sunderland now comes streaming forward. There's one in the middle here. Burnley can't afford to slide in too much. Oh, good save by Heaton. And that was struck with venom. I think it might have been, it wasn't Canamo. I think it might have been Johnson actually. He struck that shot. It was a good save there by Heaton. As we go into the latter stages, that's a free kick. But the referee, I thought, was wrong to give it. Now, he's not going to book Jones for this, surely. It's Cartney, in fact, who gets booked. Well, I thought that was rather soft. I really do think that. If he gets the ball, Catamo falls down in about 7 or 8 instalments, and comes the referee to giving a yellow card, which hasn't gone down too well with most of the paying customers inside this wonderful ground. Free kick to Sunderland then. Another one by Whelan. Here's Gnabry. Back to Whelan. And still we go on for a nil. Still we go on for the opening goal. Shako across. Good tackle. Kirtley. Kane. Might be the last chance of the first half. Surrounded by 3 Sunderland defenders. He's having to do most of the work himself. Wes Brown stuffed him out, and there we are, half time. And so far no goals to report on the first of 4 we're going to be showing on this video. Harry Kane's come closest, but at half time then in this Premier League game between third and bottom, it's Burnley 0, Sunderland 0. Elsewhere around the country, Aston Villa 0, Arsenal 1 at Villa Park. At the King Power Stadium, it's Leicester City 0, Manchester United 1. Man City 0, Chelsea 1 at the Etihad. Newcastle beating Hull City by 2-1. QPR 0, Stoke City 1. That's at Loftus Road. And down at Upton Park, it's West Ham United 1, Liverpool 1. So we're all set to go in the second half here at Turf Moor. And Scott Arfield replaces David Jones. In fact, Gnabry will play now in the left central midfield, well, with Arfield himself now switching to the right hand flank. Burnley is underway, attacking the McElroy end in this second half. Dawson gives the ball away straight away. He was looking for the aforementioned Scott Arfield, who now gets his first touch and proceeds almost to give the ball away. In fact, he has done. That's a lot of Gnabry there, who went in a little bit hard. Trippier beaten there down that far side, and there could be interesting things here for Sunderland. Oh my goodness me, that was almost an own goal. Well, Burnley haven't started this second half well at all. We've seen an earlier challenge in the first half by Jason Shako, and it's Gangarini to take the Sunderland corner here. They're attacking 4,500 Black Cat fans. There's the corner coming in, and it's nodded away. Burnley numbers back, but a failure to pick up, and again Heaton saves and grabs on the ball. My goodness me. Burnley there getting away with murder in defence. And now Kirtley wins it back. Burnley yet to lose in any competition this season. Here's the substitute, Arfield. Surely this time. Oh, he's hit the bar. Kane. Yes. Breakthrough. Well, Arfield forced the goalkeeper to make the save. His rebound hit the bar. And in came, was it Harry Kane? No, it was Arfield in fact. Well, he must have made up the ground pretty quick then, because he had the initial effort that was repelled by Pantelimon. Higgs obviously hit the bar, and then it wasn't Harry Kane, it was Scott Arfield who followed to score on the hour mark. So the substitute has struck a crucial blow for Burnley. So Burnley 1 up. Scott Arfield has been confirmed as the goal scorer. I didn't honestly think at the time it was Harry Kane, so an easier mistake to make. Leicester 1, Manchester United 1. All happening down at the King Power Stadium as that cross comes in, and again Tom Heaton this time, not for the first time, saves Burnley splashes. This is Kane now, faced by 3 Sunderland defenders, and he's brushed them aside now. Can he brush Pantelimon aside? No, he can't. The big 6'7" goalkeeper stood up to the shot very well. Could have hit that any truer. He just popped off his gloves and just whistled over the crossbar. Well, Rick Cotar is coming off, and Jordi Gomez, the former Swansea man, gonna come on. Glenn Whelan with this Burnley corner. Shackle was lurking, but it's knocked away. Trippier trying a volley. Shackle is there. Burnley yet to taste victory in the league here this season. Here's Whelan. Whelan! Good save! And then Ings tries to tidy up with the rebound. It's a goal kick, I think. Let's have a look at the goal again. Scotty Arfield, whose initial shot was repelled by Pontelemon. Then Ings followed up to hit the underside of the crossbar. It didn't cross the line, I'm told. And Arfield, rather than Kane, followed up to score. Possession statistics 51 to 49 in Burnley's favour. That's percentage, by the way. Less than 20 minutes to go. In fact, we're coming up towards the quarter of an hour to go mark. But here comes Sunderland now. Heating off the line now. Can he? No. Made it life difficult for the Sunderland player. And in the end, Gangarini hit that into the cricket field stand. Shackle. Tightly. Away from his man. He's got Kane in the middle. Just Kane to pick out here if he can. Couldn't pick him out. Ten minutes just over to play. In fact, there's 10 minutes to go now. Arfield, who's been here, there and everywhere in the second half. Harrison hustling and winning possession and finding Danny Ings. And Ings is through now. And Ings could settle the deal now. He's only Pantelimon to beat, and he saved it. The goalkeeper, that was a marvellous bit of goalkeeping. Kightly winning the header. Still Sunderland in touch with 5 minutes to go. That's pumped in again. Good defending again by Shackle. Here's Kightly. On to Ings again. There's only one defender to beat, and Ings might have the beating of him. West Brom's giving up the chase now. It's 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper again, and again Pantelimon keeps Sunderland in it. I'll tell you what, the scoreline could have been a lot more comprehensive for Burnley if it wasn't for this 6'7" beast of a goalkeeper. And Josie Outador is going to come on, the American striker, the big American striker, is going to come on for the remaining seconds. As Sunderland look for an equaliser. That's a poor corner from Glenn Whelan. We're deep into 5 minutes of stoppage time. Pantelimon unlucky for an outlet. And then he finds Shackle. Burnley so close now to their first Premier League win. Balling towards Outador! And he's missed it. But there is the whistle! And Burnley have snatched victory. A 60th minute goal from Scott Arfield was enough to get 3 points and their first league home victory of the season. That's 3 wins and 2 draws from their 5 games. Sunderland remain bottom with no points. Final score, Burnley 1, Sunderland 0. The next round of the Capital One competition, it's the 3rd round, and it's an all Premier League affair between West Ham and Burnley. Full house here at Upton Park, or what they call the Boiling Ground, but we always know affectionately as Upton Park, and a magnificent stadium it is too, although it's in its penultimate season before West Ham's imminent move to the Olympic Stadium in 2016. So let's have a look at the 2 teams, starting with West Ham. Pretty formidable. Anya Valencia up front alongside Zarate, Nolan, Noble, Song, Kiati. Brilliant midfielders. Tompkins agreed, the 2 centre-backs, and obviously the first choice goalkeeper Adrian. Burnley unchanged from the victory over Sunderland at the weekend in the first of 4 games on our Burnley Career Mode video. It's one change. In fact, Sam Vokes is preferred to Danny Ings, who's rested. Apart from that, the team picks itself. So obviously with so many competitions the Clarets are involved with, it's just a little bit of squad rotation, just the one change, as I say, just Sam Vokes coming back into the scene. So away we go. Burnley conceding the first throw-in of the match. West Ham in the Claret. Burnley in all dark strip tonight. Remember, this competition offers any potential team from the Football League, 3 divisions of the Football League in the Premier League, the opportunity of going to the first major domestic final of the season. And the League Cup final, that's in March, 1st of March in actual fact. Here's the ball forward up towards Sam Vokes. He'll have to do it alone. Kane is struggling to keep pace with him. Here's Vokes! Oh, he went for the post when he could have gone far. Nearly caught Adrian out there. Adrian was confident enough in his own belief that was going wide, and in the end he proved to be right in his judgment there, the West Ham goalkeeper. Burnley back by a good 2.5 to 3,000. They travel down even for a midweek fixture from Lancashire. Brilliantly supported club, small town carrying 75,000. It's a wonderful thing to do. Here's Vokes! Goal! Breakthrough for Burnley! And Sam Vokes, who's coming to the side, has struck the first blow. A wonderful move, and Vokes back in the side tonight to replace the rested Danny Ings. Well, he struck the first blow tonight. Comprehensive finish past Adrian when put through, and strikes goal number 4 in this competition already this season. And 13 minutes, lucky 13 for Sam Vokes as regards the minutes. So 1-0. Well, it's a game that we've got on our hands now. Here's Noble. West Ham through this fella. And somehow he's got his way to the box. Valencia and Kiate are waiting in the penalty box. It was knocked away, but only half away. West Ham here in a little bit of pressure. Trippier across, that's a good tackle there. Nothing went with that one at all. And here's Kane. Still Kane, he's got Volkswagen in the middle, but Kane might not need him. It's Harry Kane for Burnley. Oh, he tried to lay it on for Sam Vokes, and he couldn't succeed. Well, that might have been a problem there for West Ham if Burnley had played that better. Good tackle. Nothing wrong with that at all, but the referee's giving it. Well, very quick to try and get on with it. I thought it was a harsh decision there by the referee to give it. Now, looks like Zarati's going to line this one up. Incredible moments here as Tom Heaton lines up his wall. There is Zarati. What's he got in his locker here? 4 in the Burnley wall. Noble is there as well. Going to be left for Noble. Oh, he's been pulled back. And in the end, it was hit over the top by Cedric, number 6 in fact. Wow. It looked a promising moment for Burnley. For West Ham now, but it's turned out to be an absolute damp squid. We're lucky to get the free kick in the first place. Maybe justice was indeed done from a Claret's viewpoint. Here's Kitely. That looked as if it went out, but the referee said he'd kept that in. I thought that had gone out. I think it'd have been the other way around. It would have been a throw to West Ham. Here's Noble. Away from the challenger, Whalen. This could be trouble. Good save by Heaton. Didn't hold on to it first time, but he certainly got it the second. Oh, dear me, that was too close for comfort. Whalen. I can barely just keep a nerve, maybe. Zarati. Still Zarati. Plenty of Claret's, plenty of dark shirt in Claret's back, and it's not behind for a corner. by Dawson. Burnley still holding on to this slender one-goal advantage. Noble's corner. Headed away. Not very far. Cedric is lurking again. Whelan brushed off the ball there. No foul. Trippier wins the ball. Lays it into Vokes. Now he's coming through here. Sam Vokes. Is he going to be at the double here for Burnley? Yes, he is. The perfect breakaway goal for the Clarets. Trippier makes an assist for Sam Vokes. And Vokes kept his head and finds the top corner. And Burnley, who were under a great deal of defensive pressure, have broken out. West Ham was short-handed at the back. And Vokes cashed in to grab his second of the evening. And put daylight between themselves and the hosts here, West Ham, in this Capital One third round game. Remember, a place in the next round is the last 16 is the reward for getting through here.
There will be an extra 4 minutes of added time.
4 added minutes at the end of the first half. Tompkins has gone forward. Serrati has got Valencia through the middle, but again, good tackle there, and it comes to Jones. Vokes is now on the hat-trick. Oh, now's a chance. Serrati, good tackle. Nothing wrong with that at all. Fair challenge, said the referee. West Ham don't like the decision, obviously, but it was a fair challenge, and here's Vokes. Still Vokes, he's round Adrian for 3! First half hat-trick for Sammy Vokes. And if Burnley took this position away now, they'll be fools to themselves because they're in a fantastic position to do so. Yes, they've been under the cosh a bit defensively, but yes, they kept them at bay. And Sam Vokes each time has broken up and broken away and has scored 3 goals. Although that one needed the inside of the post to help it on its way, but it doesn't matter. It's a hat-trick for Vokes. It's his 6th goal in this competition. He's probably far and away now the top scorer in the whole competition. My goodness me. Sam Vokes. Half-time. Boos ring around Upton Park because Burnley have just shown the masterclass in counter-attacking football. And Sam Vokes has scored a truly remarkable hat-trick. West Ham have got it all to do. Half-time then, West Ham 0, Burnley 3. Arsenal 1, Crystal Palace 0. Big night for Cheltenham Town as they go on to Stamford Bridge for their glamour match with Chelsea. And they're doing a creditable job. Just keeping Chelsea to the 1-goal lead they got there for the men from Stamford Bridge. Brentford doing magnificently away to Hull City. 1-1 there at the KC. 2-1 to Swansea against Ipswich at Portman Road. 0-0 at Owen Road between Leeds United and Charlton. Liverpool 2, Leicester 1 in another All Premier League tie at Anfield. Millwall 1, Everton 1. Not far again from here, down at the New Den. Good game possibly there. Newcastle 1, West Bromwich Albion 0 at St James's Park. All Premier League game again. Eddie Howe's Bournemouth holding QPR 1-1. Stoke City 1, Bolton 1 in another Championship Premier League clash, and in another All Premier League game, Sunderland 1, Aston Villa 0. So we're all set to go in this second period. Burnley, remarkably 3 goals up here. And they now defend where the end where their supporters are based is. Valencia goes forward, good save by Tom Heaton. Marvellous agility there by Manchester United youngster. Never played a first team league game, in fact, for Manchester United, Tom Heaton. And he hails from around near Burnley as well, so Burnley a team very close to his heart. Trying from a 3 from Bristol City. Harry Kane. Wonderful run by the former Tottenham man. It's Kane. Good save, Adrian. Didn't quite keep it out fully, and it needed the intervention of Tompkins almost off the line to hook it away. And a Valencia. Lovely challenge there by Dawson. Trippier. Gnabry. Kane. Vokes is through again. So too is Adrian. Adrian was there first this time. Harry Kane again. It's remarkable. Probably their best performance this season. And they whacked 4 against Fleetwood in the last round at Turf Moor. Can they whack another 4 here? Kane trying to get on the end of that one. Again knocked away. Trippier did magnificently. And also did into the path of Sam Vokes. Burnley's next game, don't forget, is West Brom on the weekend. Another tough fixture away from home. They've won their 2 away games so far this season at Swansea City and Crystal Palace respectively. Done really well in both of those as Sam Vokes goes on a canter forward. He's got 2 in the middle. There's the ball. Kane will score, and that's it. 22 minutes left to go, and Harry Kane has made it 4. And Burnley now safely through to the last 16 of the Capital One Cup. So easy. And the execution was so simple. The Clarets are heading through. It's in an annihilation for West Ham United here. Burnley have just torn them apart. Yes, West Ham have had a lot of possession. Yes, they've had chances, but you tell me at any point this evening, have they really tested Tom Heaton enough? And my answer to that would be no. Okay. And what an accurate ball that is into the path of Vokes. Still Vokes. Oh, he's trying to tell you the goalkeeper now. No foul. He's given a free kick to West Ham. Sam Allardyce has left it rather late. At 4-0 down and with a quarter of an hour left, Andy Carroll enters the fray. He's replaced, as you can see, Anna for Valencia. Yeah. And also Cole Jenkinson on for Joey O'Brien. So a double change for big Sam Allardyce. There is Carroll. And he's first touching away from the defender. With a goal kick in the end. As we look at that 4th one again. You won't get an easier goal than that, Harry Kane, this season. Easy as you like. Final change of the evening for West Ham. Cotton Cole to replace Ziate, who, to be quite honest, has been rather quiet. Dawson. Trippier. Gnabry. Oh, what about that for impotence? Cade. David Jones. So too much of that in the end. One player too many. Vokes has lost possession. Burnley have done what they needed to do tonight. That's find the back of the net 4 times. That's 8 goals in 2 rounds to start the competition, to start their bid for a League Cup glory. Burnley for the first time in their history. And there might be more here as they look for Harry Kane again. Tompkins gets it away. Jones keeps it alive. Vokes is there. Kane is onside. Ooh, and I don't think he realised how good a chance that really was. I think if it had been 0-0, it'd have been more of a gilt-edged chance. But I think at 4-0 you can afford the odd little slip up here or there. Burnley now. Well, they should be safely through now, you would have thought, to the next round. All they've got to do now is just nurse the game to its conclusion, which they're doing. Nice, simple into play. Lovely dummy. Davy Jones, good save. That actually was a really smart save by Adrian. Final whistle. Boos ring around Upton Park, but it's the Jones rather than the Kane and Sam Vokes show tonight. Hat-trick for Sam Vokes there. Harry Kane added a fourth, and Burnley safely through to the last 16. West Ham, quite frankly, were disappointed. Burnley 4, West Ham 0 is the full-time score. As West Brom take on Burnley here in the Midlands. Magnificent occasion, and the take of the table shows Burnley top, West Brom respectable 11th position. Doing okay under Tony Peel. It's very hard to beat. 3,500 have travelled from Lancashire to the Midlands today, to the West Midlands. West Bromwich obviously based outside Birmingham. So the Baggies against the Clarets here at Turf Moor. And a marvellous occasion there to boot, really. Michael Catley, ex-Wolves man. Well, let's have a look at that West Brom's lineup. Petermek is the man to watch up front. Sessegnon were playing behind. Brunt and Jakob, two formidable players in the centre of the midfield. And Olsen and Lescott, the two centre-backs. Ben Foster, the England goalkeeper, who continues in goals for them. As for Burnley, Danny Ings is recalled to the side. He places Sam Vokes, who drops to the bench. That's the only change from a 4-0 victory over West Ham in the League Cup on Wednesday. Sam Vokes obviously deciding now a rest would be needed for the cup games, really. Wonderful occasion for this game. Burnley surprising everybody top of the league at the moment, doing fantastically well. Can they produce something spectacular here? Referee Mike Dean from the Wirral gets us away. Boisterous crowd here at the Hawthorns. And off we go. Early in Clark and Blue. Beautiful day in the Midlands. West Bromwich just based outside of Birmingham. Technically in the Birmingham area, actually, West Bromwich. Gorgeous day here in the Midlands. Ward. Danny Ings. Offside. Free kick to West Brom. Outed in there. It's Jones. Kane flicking it on. Ings on the chase. Olsen on there first. Lescott will tidy that one up for West Bromwich Albion. Gnabry. Kane. Now Kitely. Ings. Lovely football from Burnley. Kane again. Chance here now, Whelan! Glenn Whelan. Tremendous hit there by him. Former Stoke City man. Struck it superbly well, but the diving Ben Foster was in the way. Jones to take the corner. That's a good floated one in there! And it was Gnabry right in there with a header. He might have been covered there by Gardner there on the line if it had been on target. But a real opportunity there going begging for Burnley. That's two of them now in the space of what, 12 minutes. Jones climbing up well. Robert Whelan climbing up well. That's a good ball. The flag has stayed down. Now we could see problems here for the Clarets. Kindly only got it half away, only as far as Brunt, who scored. Chris Brunt with more or less West Brom's first shot at goal. Has fired the baggies in front, and that's the first goal Burnley have conceded on their troubles this season. And Chris Brunt is the man who's pierced them. Wheels away in delight. Quarter of an hour gone. And Chris Brunt has broken the deadlock. Burnley, who are unbeaten in all competitions this season, have got a couple behind if they're going to save their unbeaten record now. Enough squad spirit in them to get themselves out of a hole. That's a good cross, but just curled too close to Ben Foster for Kitely's liking. Kane takes possession, finds Jones. Ings has to check. Check too badly, but he just ran into traffic. West Brom here have the capabilities to catch Burnley out on the counter-attack. They're certainly giving the Baggies fans a real spring in their step now. Certainly as regards a lead that they've got. And onside is Ings. He's one-on-one with Foster. And he's around him. And he's in the post. Unbelievable. Oh, he looked to all intents and purposes. As we see an injury there to Jakob. After a committed challenge by David Jones. But, well, that is the miss of the season from Danny Ings. There's been a change whilst all that's been going on. Josep Balumbu is on in place of the injured, the stricken Jakob. Corner the West Brom, who lead by a goal to nil. That's the man who's got the goal, Chris Brunt. He's the scorer. This is what happened. It's turned on the sixpence. Maybe Foster could have done better. Eaton could have done a little bit better to try and repel that. Went with his legs and got it badly wrong. Trippier. Through ball was charged down. But here's the chance now for Brunt. Oh, what skill. And a former Sheffield Wednesday man, and he wins another corner. And so far, Danny Ings, this was the chance. He had to make it 1-1. Oh, unbelievable miss that. You could say how on earth Ben Foster's got away with a clean sheet still after that. Good chest control by Ings. Ernell's away from one challenge. Kane he's left Kane in his wake. His strike partner is just Ings and the goalkeeper this time, and he makes no mistake. He hit the post last time round. It was 1v1. He finds the back of the net this time, and Burnley are level. Foster maybe could have done a bit better, but Burnley are level. And I think 1-1's just about right. Danny Ings cancels out Chris Brunt's earlier effort. And with 39 minutes gone, Ings cocks up his second of the season. That was a deadly finish. So 1-1. But here come West Bromwich Albion. Kitely. Oh, Welly Jones. Go to West Brom. Going up towards 44 minutes of the game. Dispatched now. Excellent challenge there by Whelan. Burnley really exceeding all expectations. That's a goal kick. As we go into stoppage time at the end of the first half. That's the equaliser. Might get one more chance before the end of the first half. Indeed we won't. Referee D brings it to a close, so a good competitive first half. Honours even, and quite rightly so, finely balanced. Brent scored for West Brom, and then 5 minutes before the break, Danny Ings with his second of the season makes it a half-time situation of West Brom 1, Burnley 1. As we welcome you back to this game between West Brom and Burnley here. This game being shown live on my Facebook page as we speak, and let's just check the half-time situation here. It's Arsenal 1, Spurs 1, Arsenal 0, Spurs 1 rather, in the North London derby at the Emirates. Chelsea 2, Aston Villa 1 at Stamford Bridge. Cracking game as well down at Selhurst Park. Crystal Palace 1, Leicester City 2, Hull City 0, Manchester City 1 at the KC. Anfield in the Merseyside derby, it's Liverpool 0, Everton 0. At Old Trafford, it's Manchester United 1, West Ham United 0. Southampton 1, QPR 1 at St Mary's. At the Britannia, it's Stoke 0, Newcastle 1, and Sunderland 0, Swansea City 1. So it's all to play for, and here at the Hawthorns, 1-1 in this Mark II Burnley Career Mode. This has been screened live on Facebook, on my Facebook account through Twitch, and he's been part of my Burnley Career Mode video. Oh, the goal! Well, it's only taken 3 minutes, and Petimek, their new signing, has made it 2-1 to Albion. And Burnley were just split apart by the defending. Simple as that. And Heaton will be disappointed because he's been beaten at the near post again. Well, what a turn up. Well, West Brom lead by 2-1. Harry Kane. Still Harry Kane! On, it's saved! Oh my goodness. Well, it's all been happening here. I don't think we can stand much more of this. Here's Ward. Stubbed away. Jones. Burnley's unbeaten record well and truly on the line. Here's Danny Ings. Oh, weaving run. Round the goalkeeper. Oh, and he's off the line. Oh, he hit the target this time. And he came within the dead ball line, goal line, away from. Well, came within inches away of equalising. Here's Ings again. What a finish we're in for now. Last half an hour. Here's Ings. Turn nicely. Oh, it's just gone wide. And there's the goal decision system, the Hawkeye system, quite comprehensively saying that's no goal. Lescott just got back in time, but I tell you what, that was a close run thing. Let me assure you of that. So Hawkeye saying that he didn't cross the line. Meanwhile, with a substitution taking place, there's 2 balls on the field, as you can see. And Brownie Day comes on for Petimek, who could well end up scoring the winning goal if things are to stay the same from now until the full-time whistle here. Good challenge by Stephen Ward. Harry Kane. Danny Ings. Faced by 4 Albion defenders. Still Danny Ings. Got the foot in. And nobody waiting in the centre for Ings there. That was a disgraceful play from Burnley. Kay should be getting forward and supporting his strike partner, in my opinion. Currently doing tremendously well. Ings again, well found. And he's away from two opponents this time. Must be, surely no. Ings denied again by the brilliance of Ben Foster. Well, he's having a second half to remember here, Ben Foster. A series of 5 saves to deny certainly Ings. As we go into the last 15 minutes, Burnley's unbeaten record on the line. They were top of the Premier League going into this one. Oh no, it's a penalty! Dawson went in. The ex-West Brom man has conceded a spot kick and a yellow card shown to the ex-West Brom skipper, or the ex-West Brom player who is actually on loan at the Burnley from West Brom, and on his first return to the Hawthorns has given away a spot kick and a yellow card, and could well cost Burnley the match. And the man to take it for West Brom is Vera. Can he beat Tom Heaton here? Valera. Oh, he's hit the crossbar! And will that be another one for the Hawkeye goal line technology boys? Well, whatever it is, it's kept Burnley well within touching distance of getting something from this game. And Harry Kane now has suddenly got forward. Kane now. No foul. Danny Ings keeps possession here. Holds the ball up well. Referee has to get out of the way. Now Kitely, the ex-Wolves man, stands the cross up behind Kane. Headed forward by Jones. Jones gets a foot in. 3 minutes to play. It's all happened here in this second half. West Brom scoring. Oh, what about that for a throw? That was terrible. That's just gifted possession, and West Brom an opportunity to get the ball clear. Ings wins the header. That's going to run dead into touch. Here it is again. Second goal line technology. Decision that's needed to be necessary. And how close was this one? Oh, my goodness me, that was almost halfway over the line. Hawkeye's certainly earned its corn here this afternoon. Burnley could about to afford the defeat here at the Hawthorns. Unbeaten in the league, unbeaten in the League Cup, unbeaten in the Champions Cup. And could it be about to end? Still we play on. Is there one last chance? No, there is not. West Brom have done it. They have sneaked it by 2-1, and there is the match winner, Ben Foster. Save upon save, and Burnley, who were unbeaten going into this clash, have finally been beaten. Well done to West Brom. They've beaten Burnley here by 2-1. Game, another Champions League game for Burnley. This time they're away from home. Marvellous occasion. Burnley with 1 point after their draw with Ajax in the last match day. They're unchanged actually coming into tonight's fixture from the 2-1 defeat they suffered in the Midlands at the weekend on Saturday at West Brom in what was a real bump down to earth after a marvellous start. Beautiful stadium here in Lyon. Of course they've got the Amsterdam Arena and the San Siro to come after this. And they take on Ajax and Milan both away later on. This round are worth 10 million to them. One man to watch in that side, Alexander Lacazette, and Gunnar who will play as the anchor man in the midfield there. Grenier will play as an attacking midfielder in behind Lacazette. Burnley fans making themselves heard, and they do make the same, keep faith rather with the same team that That lost in an unfortunate fashion there. They could have had a point but for Hawkeye. But Danny Ings was superb on the day and didn't deserve to be on the losing side, certainly at West Brom. But that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Referee tonight comes from Italy, Gustavo Apollona. So it's going to be Lyon in the white strip. All white strip with a dark blue trim on either sleeve. And away we go then. Bench side, get us underway. And they attack the goal to our right. Burnley to the left in this first half. And Serge Gnabry, the loanee from Arsenal, trying to get the ball into towards Harry Kane, a signing from Tottenham, believe it or not. Well, it's a tough old business losing a game. It's how you respond now. Burnley have to respond as a team. They had a pretty good start of the season. They've lost their first match competitively this season. Europe, they've yet to win yet in Europe. Should have beaten Ajax, certainly at Turf Moor, but they didn't take the chances. And if they can make Lacazette stay quiet, that's a foul. Trippier going in pretty hard. Yellow card shown by the Italian referee. Trippier for the next 81 minutes plus any injury time will have to watch his step. Now, Burnley, our Hope Mountain here. Yatara was the man who was fouled. Back to Burnley. They're 1, 2, 3, 4 in the wall. It's a decoy. It's pulled back across and the shot is over. Wonderful work, free kick. Beautifully struck. Just over the top. Dawson, Shackle, Ward, Kitely. Conditions aren't exactly friendly for good football. Oh, Ward went right through the Lyon player. The wet conditions don't help much, and now both Burnley wing backs are on yellow cards. The Italian referee has obviously decided not to take the weather conditions into account here. He decided that he needs to book the player. I think the referee could be a little less heavy-handed with the decisions he's making. Meanwhile, at the other end, oh, I don't think he could have given a penalty for that. They went down too easily. It's all happening here. There's the shot coming in. Oh, did that put the crossbar? It was Lacazette. He's the danger man. Toe poke. Did he hit the post or the bar? Well, he hit neither in the end. It just sort of went wide. I thought he'd have just clipped the bar and gone over. Hard to tell from my position up in the commentary box. Here's Kitely. Wonderful play, and Ings is waiting when intent in the middle. That is too far behind Ings. It wasn't a good cross by Kitely. And it's all Lyon at the moment. They're attacking with great vigour, and Lacazette is trying to make everything happen. And there's a man outside, and Heaton is out of his goal, and he's missed. Well, Lyon are making the openings. Lacazette at the heart of the play, and Grenier couldn't finish. "27 minutes gone. I don't think the Lyon goalkeeper's had a shot to save yet. Which is frustrating on this career mode for us. Here's Kitely though. Can Kane get there? Kane! Well, that's the best move we put together. Really testing the Lyon resolve. In fact, it's a corner kick because the defender got there. And I would wager it's going to be a left footer. And Stephen Ward, no, it's not. It's going to be, I think it would be tailor made for a right footer rather than a left footer. It's going to be Kitely. What kind of cross can he put in this time? Oh, good header! What a header by, I think it was Shackle. Lopez with the save, Shackle with a header. Lopez throwing away to his left. Grenier gives him a pat of approval. David Jones will take the corner from the other side now. Dawson climbing. Here he is now. He's out of position. And if Lacazette exploits it, it could be curtains here for Burnley. Look at the way Lyon are breaking out. Burnley desperately trying to get numbers back. Trippier did well. Warding very well. He's got to be careful, he's on a yellow card. Referee allowed the advantage, but I don't think he was going to go back and book Ward for a second yellow. 5 minutes to go, and Burnley against the odds, surviving very strongly here. Being allowed to play the normal game, probably due to the weather conditions. Burnley are very good at footballing side. He's playing into Lyon's hands, the conditions here. Free kick given. Burnley's away day troubles, away days continue. 3 successive away games in all 4 successive away games in all competitions takes place at the King Power Stadium on Saturday against the fellow promoted side Leicester City. Meanwhile, it's a 3 kick to Lyon here in Europe, in European Champions League. Here's Danny Ings for Burnley. We're into 5 minutes of time added on, and Ings is allowed to run straight through. Lopez to beat, and he saved it. Lopez, good save. Well, that's the best break that Burnley have had in the entire match, and it's taken them 45 minutes to produce it. The Lyon defending was non-existent, and that's the first time they've let Ings really go. And they're going to do the same with Harry Kane. Kane! Yes! Well, they soaked up pressure from Lacazette and Co. at one end. They've gone forward in the last 5 minutes or so, created a couple of half chances, and right on the stroke of half time, Harry Kane fires the clarets ahead, and nothing that the brilliant Lopez could have done about that. Burnley are in the lead. Well, you could say it's a surprise, but when Harry Kane's on form, there's never a surprise. Half time, banned by the Italian referee. Lacazette missed an outstanding chance for Lyon, but Harry Kane's goal right at the end of the first half has given Burnley a lead, a slender lead at half time. Half time then here in Lyon, it's Lyon 0, Burnley 1. 1, Paris Saint-Germain 0 at the Emirates. AS Monaco 0, Olympiacos 1, Club Brugge 0, CSKA Moscow 1, FC 20 0, Barcelona 1, Grasshopper Zurich 0, Napoli 1, AC Milan 2, Ajax 1. That's the other game in this group being played at the San Siro tonight, and Valencia 1, Anderlecht 0 at the Mestalla. Here in France, it's 1-0 to Burnley. They've soaked up all the pressure from Lacazette and Co. and have caught them out. And a good last 5 minutes of that first half. Created 2 or 3 decent chances, and won the third of those chances. Harry Kane struck the goal. And that is the situation we have ourselves here as Dawson goes forward. He's fouled by Lacazette, who gets the yellow card. So he now has to watch his step. Dawson clearly winning the ball first. Lacazette clearly takes him out. Wayland to go short with his free kick. Dawson. Another chip back. Oh, and I don't know who had the head of that. It was Trippier of all people. Serge Gnabry put in a very good, delicate chip cross, and if If there was a better finisher inside that 6-yard box, Burnley might have had a breathing space. And it is. Lacazette and Co are still in the contest. Shackle has fouled Grenier, but the referee's allowed it to go, and then obviously has the flag gone up for offside? Well, surely it should have been a free kick to Lyon, but the referee did allow the advantage. He has booked Shackle, so Burnley have got, I think, 3 players in the book, and 3 of their back 4 now are carrying yellow cards. Yatara is off for Lyon, and the substitute, I will just confirm that for you in a second, who's coming to come on is, let me just check, is Benzia. 1-0 to Burnley. Trippier running, 3 in the middle. Trippier with a good cross towards the back post. 3, goal! Brilliantly taken, but the flag is up. I think Gnabry put the ball in the back of the net, but the flag had gone up for an offside, and it looked as if things had just strayed. Well, there was nothing, and I mean nothing in it at all. And Serge Gnabry thought he'd made it 2-0. We all thought it was 2-0, but the linesman, who I have to say was right on the spot, had other ideas. Kindly back to Heat. It's a good ball out to Trippier. Turned nicely there. Well, could that be a game changer? Trippier doing well. He realises he's got a yellow card, and to his credit, and he doesn't really want to have a second yellow card go against him. Whelan going in there. Good Coif. We know all about him. He's a dangerous player. There's the flag, and he's onside. Well, that could have been catastrophic for Burnley then, because they switched off defensively for a split second. Oh, if that's Ward, he's off. Looks like Burnley are going to play with 10 men here. No, they're not. Oh, lucky boy. Took out Garnier. No doubt about that. Oh, Grenier, sorry, not Garnier. So Grenier will take the free kick. 20 odd yards from goal. Grenier chips in off the crossbar. In fact, off the angle of post and crossbar. Here's Ings at the other end for Burnley. He's charging through. And he's through now. He's marauded forward. He's got the goalkeeper to beat. And he's beat him. 2-0. 10 minutes to play. Danny Ings has won it, surely. They had their crossbar hit at one end. Stephen Ward could have been sent off. He stayed on the field. Grenier hit the crossbar. And from the resulting breakout, Ings went straight through on Lopez's goal. Went past him and finished surely the job. Well, they've rolled down the clarets tonight, but after the heartbreak of Saturday at West Brom, I think it's a bit deserved bit of luck they've had tonight. Bakir comes on for Fofana. Burnley 2 up. Kane and Ings the goal scorers. And if Lyon are going to get anything out of this game, they need to score twice. They've got the cavalry on now, and they have to go for it now. Not a doubt at all about that. That's an appalling cross. There was no way Grenier was going to try and nod that back. The Burnley fans, there's about 3,500 to 4,000 there. It's a corner to Lyon. 6 to go. Here's the corner. Shackle jumping up. Still not away yet. Oh, there's a penalty. Well, the Italian referee is giving a penalty against Kitely. who becomes, I think, the 4th Burnley player in the book. Reckless challenge. Burnley here. There's a foul gone alongst the captain. And Tom Heaton, who faced a penalty on Saturday, saw it hit the crossbar, faces up to Alexander Lacazette. And he hit the bar as well! Unbelievable. He did everything, but he hit the bar. The star man in that Lyon side, well, it's just compounded their missed chances of misery. They've had chance after chance. They failed to take their chances, and Burnley have took theirs. And here's Dawson. Pull back, in-shed score he has. 3-0. England's 2, Burnley have 3. They've thrown their luck, no doubt about it. But the Clarets deserve their just rewards. They've taken the chances when Lyon had several and failed to take them. And therein lies the difference. A night to remember for this man. And certainly a night to remember for Burnley Football Club. Yes, they've thrown their luck. Yes, they've had their crossbar hit twice. Yes, they conceded a penalty which was missed. But in the end, they took their chances where Lyon didn't. And we've got an injury. Harry Kane has had to come off. So some folks is going to get a cameo. I don't know if it was a knock or something had gone on. That's a real blow for Burnley. So folks is on. As we're going to stoppage time. Ings trying a long range shot this time. An easy one there for Lopez. Final whistle. And Burnley have done it. Yes, they rolled their luck. But a goal for Kane and 2 for Ings have sealed the deal. Lacazette missed a penalty, hit the crossbar. But Burnley have done a professional job, and deservedly so. Final score, Lyon 0, Burnley 3. So that brings us to the end of the September videos. We hope that you very much enjoyed our 2 videos from September. Just to bring you 1 or 2 lines. No Harry Kane now for 3 months, so we're missing one of our top strikers for 3 months. And it looks as if Sam Vokes will make an early return to the Burnley lineup for the Leicester City away match. That's a crucial blow. Well, let's have a look at the standings from the Premier League after that defeat at West Brom. They have dropped down 4 places from top. We've played 6 games after 2 months. We've won 3 of them, drawn 2 of them, lost 1. Our goal difference is +6, 11 points. Not a bad start. Disappointment to get us from, of course, but that's the way the cookie bounces. And as regards the Champions League group, well, we've got to take a look at that. We're Milan top, obviously with 2 wins out of 2, 6 points. Burnley with ourselves with 4 points. Ajax with 1, and Lyon to get off the mark. And we'll check the draw as well for the Capital One Cup last 16. We've got to go to Manchester. We've got to play Manchester United. We're going to check the actual fixtures, see where we're actually at home or away in that particular game, because, as I say, it's difficult to see whether we're at Old Trafford or not in regards to that. So let's have a look. That's it. We've got to go to Old Trafford. Ooh, what a tough draw we could have had there. But we'll relish that. That'll be part of our October video. That'll be part of an October. That'll be part of our October videos. And we'll have, as I say, we'll have a look at the calendar for next month. because we need to look at the calendar for next month, and we have 5 games to bring you from this month. Away trip to Leicester, a home match with West Ham, a European match with Milan, a home match with Everton, and that cup match with Manchester United. So we're going to have another 2 videos, 2 games from one video and 3 from another video. So until then, when we do all the editing and stuff like that, until then, it's goodbye for now. Goodbye. Take care. Sleep tight. Bye bye.